featuring Strictly Rockers.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Big Corleone of the This Man Heard podcast, coming to you with another episode of the Manic Minute. So I'm scrolling down my timeline as always, right? And I come across an article about my beloved Washington Redskins. And it seems like Daniel Snyder is being pressured from all angles to change the team name. Nike has took it upon themselves to remove all merchandise, all Redskins merchandise off their website and out of their stores. So you can't get Redskins gear anywhere that is named Nike Store, Nike.com, whatever. You can't get it today. They just pulled it off. FedEx, since Washington plays at FedEx Field, they're pressuring Washington and Dan Snyder. They're pressuring Dan Snyder, to change the team name. Also, federal officials are pressuring Dan Snyder to change the name. Now, it's come to a point where he's taken it into consideration. Okay? And it's been years since they've been trying to get the Redskins organization to change the team name. But I think now he's finally taken it into consideration. Now, you're talking about a guy who bought a team that he's loved since he was a child. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is to own something that you've loved all your life and to finally own it and call it your own. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like just what it is. A kid who always loved the Redskins franchise, buying the Redskins franchise and owning it. So, you know, he's feeling some type of way about it. But of course, you know, with the way times are right now, he's taking it into consideration. He's taking it into consideration. So, a brief history. In 1932, when they came into the league, they were the Boston Braves. 1933 to 36, they were the Boston Redskins. And then from 1937 to present day, they've been the Washington Redskins. So, you know, teams change their names. They change, you know, their logos, the names, the colors, whatever. But the team history is always going to be there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Washington is a team full of history. Coaches, players, teams. You know, years that they've had great teams, years that they've had horrible teams. You know, whatever the case may be, the team is full of history. You can never take that away. This is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, if the team name makes sense, then change it. You're not going to lose me as a fan. All that's going to say to me is that, you know, we're moving on to the next phase of evolution when it comes to changing team names. You know, it's time. People seem to think and feel that it's time that the Redskins organization move forward. You know what I'm saying? And who knows what it'll bring. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I mean, if the team name has to be changed, so be it. Just make sure it makes fucking sense. You know? And here's a couple of the team names that they've compiled that Daniel Snyder might be taking into consideration. All right? The first name are the Generals. The first name is the Generals. Washington Generals. I don't know, that might be okay. Now, the Washington Red Tails, there's history behind the name Red Tails. Look it up, and you'll see how deep that history goes. The Red Hawks. I don't know how I feel about the Red Hawks. Red Hawks, Redskins, I mean, I don't know. But the Washington Federals and the Washington Senators, I'm not feeling at all. So you can cut that shit out right there. Federals and Senators, no fucking way. No, don't do it. I'll be upset. I won't go burning my shit, but I'll be upset. And I mean, not that I could do anything about it. I'm one fan, but you know. But then I could deal with the Washington Warriors. That's one team name I could definitely roll with, you know, as a fan, you know. And in all honesty, I have tons of Redskins gear, man. I got Redskins gear and accessories and shit all over the place. So I can honestly say if they change the team name, I have a lot of historic throwback shit now. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's all good. It'll give me a reason to buy a whole new set of gear and accessories. So whatever. If you change it, change it. I'm with it. Just make sure it makes sense. All right? I'm Big Corleone of the This Man Heard podcast. And this has been another episode of the Manic Minute. I'm out.